Come on, skinny love, just last the year. Poor little soul, we were never here. My, 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 my. Staring at the sink of blood and crushed veneer. Told my love to wreck it all. Cut out all the ropes to let me fall. My, 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 my. Right at the moment his heart is told. And I told you to be patient, and I told you to be fine, and I told you to be balanced, and I told you to be kind. And in the morning I'll be with you, but it will be a different kind. 'Cause I'll be holding all the tickets, and you'll be owning all the flights. Come on, skinny love, what happened here? Circle on the hope in like Brazil. My, 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 my. Silent load is full, so slow on the split.
Boys and young men learn early on that being a so-called real man means you have to take on this tough guys. In other words, you have to show the world only certain parts of yourself that the dominant culture has defined as manly. You can find out what those qualities are if you just listen to young men themselves.
A real man is physical.
Strong. Independent.
He's powerful.
Physical.
Intimidating.
Strong.
Independent.
In control.
Rugged.
Scares people.
Powerful.
Respected.
Hard.
A stud.
Athletic.
He's muscular.
A real man is tough.
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 Just as most young men know what our culture expects of a so-called real man, they also know very well what you get called if you don't measure up. To be a real man, to be tough, strong, independent, respected, means fitting into this narrow box that defines manhood. The terms that are the opposite of that, wuss, wimp, fag, sissy, are insults that are used to keep boys boxed in. So if you're a boy, it's pretty clear there's a lot of pressure on you to conform, to put up the act. Where do boys learn this? Obviously, they learn it in many different places. They learn from their families, their community. But one of the most important places they learn it is the powerful and pervasive media system, which provides a steady stream of images that define manhood as connected with dominance, power, and control. What the media do is help to construct violent masculinity as a cultural norm. In other words, violence isn't so much a deviation as it is an accepted part of masculinity. We have to start examining this system and offering alternatives, because one of the major consequences of all of this is that there's been a growing connection made in our society between being a man and being violent.
Disney movies glorify one particular body type above all others: chiseled abs, a barrel chest, and massive arms. Men with any other body type in Disney movies are generally outcasts or weak and subservient. One of the most extreme examples is the contrast between the very powerful Gaston and the bumbling LeFou in Beauty and the Beast.
As you see, I've got biceps to spare.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna be a buzz like I had last week. I must stay deep, cause talk is cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know they're getting sweeter. So what can I do? I really bag you, my lord. To me, flirting is just like a sport. Anything fly, it's all good. Let me jump in, please sing in the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need, a little bit of Tina's what I see, a little bit of Sandra in the sun, a little bit of
Stop crying. Stop with the tears.
Don't cry.
Pick yourself up. Stop with the emotions.
Don't be a pussy.
Don't let nobody disrespect you. Be cool and be kind of a dick.
Always keep your mouth
Nobody
shut.
likes a tattletale.
Bros come before hoes.
Don't let your woman run your life.
You a bitch.
What a fag.
Get laid. Do something.
Be a man.
Be a man.
Grow some balls.
We're socializing boys to believe that being a man means being powerful and in control, being smarter than women or better than women, or our needs get met first in relationships with women. That's not genetically predestined. That's learned behavior.
We've constructed an idea of masculinity in the United States that doesn't give young boys a way to feel secure in their masculinity, so we make them go prove it all the time.
Our kids get up every morning. They have to prepare their mask for how they're gonna walk to school. A lot of our students don't know how to take the mask off. What is it you don't let people see? Almost 90% of you have pain and anger on the back of that paper.
Whether it's homicidal violence or suicidal violence, people resort to such desperate behavior only when they are feeling shamed and humiliated, or feel they would be if they didn't prove that they were real men.
If you're told from day one, don't let nobody disrespect you, and this is the way you handle it as a man, respect is linked to violence.
Over 85% of the people who commit murder are men, and the women that do often do so as a defense against men who are battering them. 90% of people who commit violent physical assault are men. 95% of serious domestic violence is perpetrated by males, and it's been estimated that 1 in 4 men will use violence against a partner in their lifetime. Over 95% of dating violence is committed by men, and very often it's young men in their teens. Studies have found that men are responsible for between 85 and 95% of child sexual abuse, whether the victim is female or male. And 99.8% of people in prison convicted of rape are men.
Girls get the message from very early on that what's most important is how they look, that their value, their worth depends on that. And boys get the message that this is what's important about girls. We get it from advertising, we get it from films, we get it from television shows, video games, everywhere we look. So no matter what else a woman does, no matter what else her achievements, their value still depends on how they look.
I wanna be rich and I want lots of money. I don't care about clever, I don't care about funny. I want loads of clothes and fuck loads of diamonds. I heard people die while they're trying to find them. And I'll take my clothes off and it will be shameless, cause everyone knows that's how you get famous. I'll look at the sun and I'll look in the mirror. I'm on the right track, yeah, I'm on to a winner. I don't know what's right and what's real anymore. I don't know how I'm meant to feel anymore. When do you think it will all become clear? 'Cause I'm being taken over by the fear.
The media is the message and the messenger, and increasingly a powerful one.
This is all about capitalism, the exploitation of women's bodies, cells, products, magazines, etc. This notion that these media companies are just giving us what the public wants. No, they're giving us what the media companies want, they're giving us what the advertisers want, and they're packaging it in such a way as to make it sound like it's our fault, and it's not.
The more women and girls self-objectify, the more likely they are to be depressed, to have eating disorders. They have lower confidence, they have lower ambition, they have lower cognitive functioning, they have lower GPAs.
I cannot believe this video has over 100 million views. It's just a bunch of girls shaking their booties.
Well, that's exactly why. It's girls shaking their booties. Come on.
And that's my point. That's what all these songs and music videos are about these days.
That's all guys want to see.
I mean, not all guys. I personally would rather see a nice, sweet, innocent girl for a change than a girl who's acting like a stripper.
Well, there's never going to be, because rappers don't want to rap about that stuff. What you want in a girl is like the opposite of every rap song.
Well then, I guess that leaves us with no choice.
Man, all these rappers be like, I want a bad chick, I want a big booty, I don't need none of that. She covered up nice with the skirt long, JC Penney shoes, got them J's on. If you were my girl, you know what it do. Show you a bunch of kindness and I respect you. Good morals and smart, send them my way. Don't need double D's, I want straight A.
Why does it seem normal to sexualize women in media, but it's funny when women are described as modest with straight A's? 53% of American girls are unhappy with their bodies by age 13, 78% by age 17. 40% of girls ages 9 to 10 have tried to lose weight. Just as all of these previously have been affected by media, we personally have also been affected. How has media made us feel?
Resentful.
Low self-esteem.
Objectified.
Unconfident.
Needy.
Inadequate.
Lame.
Undesirable.
Not rich enough.
Flawed.
Inferior.
Useless.
Not talented enough.
Insecure.
Imperfect.
Lonely.
Not good enough.
Stupid.
Fat.
Fake.
Ugly.
Powerless.
Targeted.
Boring.
Defenseless.
Not skinny enough.
Vulnerable.
Dumb.
Incapable.
Not pretty.
Underprivileged.
Unfeminine.
Mediocre.
Failure.
Worthless.
Jealous.
Not fun enough.
Weak.
Dependent.
If this is how the media has made us feel, then what does that tell us about how we should be treated?
It tells us we should be treated like possessions.
Targets.
We don't deserve attention.
We should be submissive.
Just housewives.
We are worthless.
We are incapable.
We are inferior.
Sex objects.
It tells us we should be treated like it's all our fault.